Alright, so I'm hoping this video will be the first in a series where I get to talk about my experiences with open carry. There's already a lot of great resources on how to deal with the police, the law for every state on open carry. If you live in California like I do, there's great resources where people have got together and talked specifically about the law here in California. But I thought it might be helpful to go into detail about my personal experiences, how I've dealt with things, and what I do for open carry. There's probably some people out there who are on the fence. Maybe you want to start open carrying, but and you've looked into the law, but you don't know how to go about it in your daily life, whatnot like that. So for this first video, I'm going to start off by talking about why I open carry. A lot of people have different reasons. But I thought I would talk about my reasoning. The people at the Bay Area, and I realize a lot of people, especially here in California, California being a May issue state, meaning that sheriffs can deny for any reason they want, pretty much, a concealed carry permit to people, leaving them defenseless. See open carry as their only viable alternative. So for a lot of people, it's just a matter of, well, I wish I could conceal carry, but I can't, so I'll open carry. For me, I live in a really good county. It's basically a shall issue. They offer it to just about anyone. But to me, that's not why I open carry, or that's not why I open carry isn't because I'm being prevented from concealed carrying. I open carry because you shouldn't have to ask for a permit in the first place. You don't ask for a permit for your freedom of speech. You don't ask for a permit for your freedom of religion, for any of your other rights. Why am I going to ask or prostrate myself to the government, whether it's difficult or not, in order to ask them permission for my rights to bear arms? I mean, it's right there. It's clear as day. So I don't know why I would do that. I feel that a lot of time government sets up rules, permits. I have a problem with permits because it's a verb and a noun. But I feel like a lot of the time, government just does it for whether it's on purpose or not, just to get you in the mode of asking permission. And they'll try to say, oh, well, we give it to everyone, so it's no big deal. But the fact that you even have to ask for a lot of things really bothers me. So, first reason is I don't want to ask permission, on top of the expense and all that stuff, to conceal carry. The second reason, you can't change the social stigma about guns by concealed carrying. Concealed carry, no one knows about it, so they get to go on in their delusional little world where guns and violence don't exist. I want to open carry because I want people to realize, oh, there's a gun in the room, there's a gun on that individual, and nothing bad happened to me. It's not that big of a deal. I personally am more scared walking down the street, seeing multi-ton vehicles drive by me, where I don't know if the person is high, tired, distracted, irresponsible, and at any moment they could swerve and hit me. On top of that, you can be being very responsible, following all sorts of rules, doing just about everything right, and still accidentally kill someone driving a car. It is virtually impossible to hurt someone with a firearm unless you intend it. If you follow all the safety rules, if you treat it like it's always loaded and never point at anyone, unless you intend to harm them, you're not going to hurt someone. You'll have that. I realize there are ricochets and tragic accidents do happen, but it's virtually impossible. So I'm more afraid of vehicles than I am of guns, and I think everybody else should be too. Okay, so, and by the way, I know up to this point I've talked about open carry to concealed carry. I have no problem with concealed carry. I'm just my reasons. Okay, so another reason why I open carry is the same reason why I know first aid. I don't have this impression that I'm under threat. I live in a very safe community. I don't feel like my life's in danger at all. And I don't believe that open carrying, while it is a better deterrent than concealed carry, is going to prevent someone from harming me who wants to harm me. There's nothing stopping someone from hitting me in the back of the head with, there's nothing. I can't stop crazy. No one can. However, I can help someone else out. I see someone else in trouble, I can help them out. And my hope is that if I'm in trouble, they'll help me out. Same reasoning for CPR. I don't know CPR to give myself chest compressions, but I know CPR to give someone else chest compressions if they need it. And my hope is that other responsible citizens will do the same. I see it as merely being prepared. I know CPR. In the house, we keep a fire extinguisher and we keep firearms because you just don't know. And just like for CPR and a fire extinguisher, yeah, I can't put out a house fire, but I can be the first responder to something by using a fire extinguisher until professionals get there who train to do this stuff. I'm not an EMT, but I can give you first aid and I can do CPR in order to help you until professionals arrive. And I'm not a law enforcement expert. I'm not, a world-class marksman or anything like that. But by carrying a firearm, I'm prepared to be the first responder. I hear this first responder stuff a lot, and my thought is, no, we as citizens are supposed to be the first responders, and they're professionals who come. So we need to take more responsibility as citizens, and part of that, I believe, is exercising our Second Amendment rights. So I think that's pretty much all the reasons I have, changing. I don't like asking permission, changing the social view of firearms, and being prepared. I think that's really important, is for all citizens to be prepared to take care of themselves. If we can take care of ourselves, we won't need the government to take care of us, and they'll have less excuses on why they need to take care of us. So hope that you like my first video, and there'll be more in the future.